Today we're going to see the beast and some more characteristics. Remember last time we were introduced to him, but today it may be that he appears to die and raise from the dead, trying to imitate Jesus. Stay tuned.
Holy Spirit, come and refresh me. Holy Spirit, come.
Welcome to Through the Bible in 5 Minutes, and I'm your host, Brad Keeney. As usual, and today we're on episode 45. Remember, there's other episodes to look before in our short and simplified Bible studies, where we try to give people a taste of some of the futurist view. Although we talk about some of the other views, but we're by far more futurist. And in episode 45 today, we're doing Revelation 13, verses 2 through 4. Remember, we saw the beast, which I believe is the Antichrist, last week. We're going to learn a little bit more about him today, but there is multiple beasts mentioned in chapter 13. Remember to like and share and subscribe if you like these things. So we want to get people comfortable with Revelation, we want to get them thinking about the end times, we want to get people saved. So anyway, with that, let's get right to work here, as I'm trying to keep these short and I've got to get better at my introduction. So please bear with me. This is new to me, but thank you for being here. At any rate, let's get right to Revelation chapter 13, verse 2. Verse 3. And I saw one of these heads as if it had been mortally wounded, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world marveled and followed the beast. Wow, what's all this world marveling thing? That's amazing, and this mortal wound. Well, one place people can look at that again, not everyone believes this, but a lot of futurists believe that the Antichrist is going to come along, or the beast that we're talking about here, and seem to have a mortally wound that was healed. Now remember, this also could be, and it may be both, the Antichrist or beast system of the world. And an example of that, especially if you are a historist, would be how Nero died in 68, but then Vespasian came on the scene, and his sons Titus and Domitian seemed to revive that world empire, that Roman Empire that was persecuting Christians. So if you're a Christian, you'd see the beast come back in that. And again, looking at more of a world view and looking at more of a historist view. But again, we're looking at this more futurist. So what we're going to look at here is maybe, this might be explained in Zechariah chapter 11, verse 17. Where it says, "Woe to the worthless shepherd who leaves the flock. A sword shall be against his arm, and against his right eye. His arm will completely wither, and his right eye shall be totally blinded." Some people think that's it. Actually, there's other references too. That's just an example or a sample. But again, since the devil's always trying to imitate God, I could see where there may be a false resurrection of sorts, or death and resurrection. At any rate, this world marveling, this I think is very important. Let's go take a look at 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 8 through 12. And there we see, "And then the lawless one will be revealed." That's who we're talking about here, the Antichrist, the lawless one, the willful king of Daniel chapter 11. Remember, he starts the little horn in Daniel chapter 7. At any rate, it says, "This one who will be revealed, whom the Lord will consume with the breath of his mouth, and destroy with the brightness of his coming. The coming of the lawless one is in accordance with the working of Satan, with all power, signs, and lying wonders, and with all unrighteous deception among those who perish, because," this is important, why are they perishing? "Because they did not receive the love of the truth, that they may be saved. And for this reason," what reason? Because they didn't love the truth, "God will send them a strong delusion that they should believe the lie, that they all may be condemned who did not believe the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness." Now that's important. Pleasure in unrighteousness. That's a problem. Now we all struggle with sin. None of us are perfect, but do we have pleasure in unrighteousness, and do we love the truth? That is so important. I mean, in the world we see today, isn't it amazing how some people just can't see things? They seem so obvious and they just can't see them. Could it be that they don't love the truth and they don't want to see them? Well, God could send them a strong deluding influence. Now this principle is pertaining to the Antichrist specifically, but could this principle apply other places? Well, Hebrews 13:8 says, Jesus says, "I am today the same today, yesterday, and forever." So he does the same kind of things. So it makes me wonder sometimes. But again, these are for discussion. You pray about this, spend time with the Lord, and see what you think. At any rate, given that situation, let's take a look now at the last verse we're going to study today. Revelation 13, verse 4. So they worshiped the dragon who gave authority to the beast, and they worshiped the beast, saying, "Who is like the beast? Who is able to make war with him?" So they're worshiping the Antichrist, and the dragon, remember, is the devil. So wow, this is getting rough. But make sure you tune in next time as we look at more details of this beast on Through the Bible in 5 Minutes. God bless.